This is Paula Merja signing on, Pixels and Pills Philadelphia 2010, and I'm here with Manny Hernandez from the Diabetes Hands Foundation, and we're going to talk about a Facebook game that recently launched called Health Seekers?
That is correct. It's called Health Seeker. It's a Facebook game where people can use their Facebook friends as a source of support so as to discover or rediscover healthy habits. And so basically you choose from among 4 goals to improve your weight control, your diabetes management, your eating habits, or reducing your risk of cardiovascular problems. And around those you build missions. And those missions consist of very simple actions, things you can do on your daily life, such as eating wheat bread instead of white bread, or choosing to walk around the block for 20 minutes after lunch. So it's not like these are things you do on your real life, and what you do with the game is report on them and interact with your friends so as to support them as they accomplish great things with their health life, and they can do the same for you. So it's we are trying to basically acknowledge the fact that people naturally spend time on Facebook, and present them with tools that we hope they will find to be fun to encourage healthy behaviors there.
Okay, so now you're on the cutting edge in terms of games for health and using the social graph of Facebook, and then getting all of that to happen within a foundation, a diabetes foundation. Can we kind of scratch through like a couple of layers and just talk about how you got this game up and going, and who did you have to talk to in terms of convincing people and decision makers to make this happen?
We got sponsored for this project by Boehringer Ingelheim, a pharmaceutical company. I think they were very, they were visionaries, folks that we work with, and we definitely had champions inside that saw this and decided to work with us to help make it possible. That's not to say it wasn't without learning, education on all parts, and without challenges, but there was a will to make it possible, and to put their stamp of approval as a sponsor of this initiative. They made things happen internally. We partnered with Joslin Diabetes Center for the content development portion, which was an amazing experience given their track record and their reputation, and very well-earned reputation over the course of so many years as one of the world's leading diabetes research centers and diabetes education centers, and ultimately hired Yogo Games, a Vancouver-based game design firm, to help us put together the code underneath and put all the pieces together so that it can be what it is right now.
So that's a network of relationships all dedicated to getting one project up and off the ground. And just so that we can help people who would be, maybe not familiar with the game development process, how long did it take you from idea to actually launching this and getting it through regulatory reviews and other type of legal considerations?
The first idea came up somewhere around October 2009. The game was launched in June 2010, so that's about as long as it took. There are obvious advantages and for lack of a better term, economies of scale that result from running within an established platform such as Facebook. So, for example, you do not need to create an authentication layer, because that exists. You do not need to invite new friends to join that site because they're already your friends on Facebook. So that kind of takes care of some things, but that also inserts other elements of complexity. You have to bound all your development efforts to what Facebook lets you work in. So there's pros and cons, but at the end of the day, the fact that, again, it would be a huge country if it were a country. The fact that over 500 million people are on Facebook makes it a quite appealing place for you to consider developing this kind of game in.
Well, I totally thank you, Manny, for letting us, ask you these probing questions, just because I think it's important for people to learn how to bring games into partnerships with pharmaceutical companies, and that's just going to give a wider audience and really spread the word.
I believe so. And just so people watching the video may know how to go about finding it, if you go to healthseekergame.org, that automatically redirects to the Facebook page where you can start playing the game.
Thank you very much.
Thanks to you.
And this is Paula signing off.